Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome to Sinful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. It is hobby hangout time here at Sinful Gaming, and we are working on some Bot Wars miniatures tonight. For those who haven't seen Bot Wars, it's an Australian-made game that is little robots. So we're painting up some robots, getting the base colours down. Before applying a wash to all the rest of these colors and then starting to highlight the black ones. I've got the wash down. Just need to do the dark gray now and then tidy up the black, put the wash down, and then we can get moving along with these. So, with that said, yeah, what has everyone been working on? What hobby are you up to at the moment? And I want to say a big thank you to Disco, our latest YouTube member. Always a massive thank you to everyone who subscribes via YouTube members. Massive thanks. Really helps the channel continue to do what it's doing. So let's just grab our colors we've been using. Got my rear back there. But if you're watching live, let us know what hobby you've been working on. I hope my mic is working. If it's not working and you can't hear me, say something. It should be working, I hope. Is it? Yeah, it's working. Cool, cool. That can now live over here. Get that directly in the screen. But yeah. So now I'm just going to get Ashen Grey out and we'll start. Just trying to get this so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Got the screen now. Cool, cool. Alrighty, so yeah, so we've got most of the other colors down. We've got like a Sota green on them. I've got a red, a light gray, and now I'm just going to do a dark gray, filling in some of the other details just to break up the monotony of the black on the miniatures. But this will be the last base color, and we'll get a wash. We're generally doing a black wash all over them. Because they're robots, this just gives them, you know, that nice sort of oily look straight away without too much effort. Now we're just going to sort of figure out where we want to put this to break it all up. So and once we've done this, it'll just be a ton of edge highlighting once we've got the washes down to go through. So yeah, it's just a matter of picking out some areas that we want to be this darker gray, just to break up the black. Morning, Sandy. How are we, mate? Hope you're doing well. What are we up to today? Getting any hobby done? Or any plans to do hobby today, depending on where in the world it is? Oh, wait, you said good morning. So I'm assuming Europe or America. Is it too early for America? Not everyone's a madman like me, and we're staying up till past midnight painting minis. Hades, nice to see you, mate. How are we? Hope you're doing well, bud. Ballista, for what faction are we painting Ballista? Are we painting Stormcast or Lumineth? I'm assuming Lumineth if it's you. Yeah. Just had to double check he weren't. I'm like, Ballista? Yeah. I assumed it would be Lumineth. I'm just like, has he started a Stormcast army out of somewhere? What has happened to my Hades Death God? Death God. Should be no way he's starting a Stormcast army. Sacrilege. Oh. I did not know you had a Stormcast army. I did not know you had a Stormcast army. You probably said it, and I've probably just forgotten, to be fair. My memory is a sponge. Yes, I know you have Cruel Boys. I think my next AOS project will be getting some Caradron on the table. Sad. I've sort of lost a little bit of interest in my my Gloomspite. Like, people know, for anyone who watches the channel on the regular, I have a rather large Gloomspite army. And I've just lost interest in it, like with the new book. I know that sounds weird, but there's so many. There are some broken things in that book. I just want the FAQ to come out, change things, and make it more balanced. Because at the moment, it's just sort of, when I get that broken stuff inside my book, it sort of just deflates my want to play it, because I don't want to run broken stuff. I had my one cheesy list moment where I took the army to Hobart, where I took Marathia and Kronspine together, and my cheese is done. And even then, I couldn't full cheese it. I couldn't bring myself to take the bow snakes. I took Doomfire Warlocks instead. I've got a large KO force. I picked up like a ton of KO a while ago from a couple of mates who got out of them like dirt cheap. So I've got like 3,000 or 4,000 points of KO just sitting there. But the only thing I don't own is I don't have an Ironclad. I've got like double frigate, which looks pretty cool. I've got multiple of the smaller ones, what are they, gun haulers. I've got plenty of thunder. I can do like an all Thunderer list. I can do an all Balloon Boy list. I can do an all Arkanaut heavy list. I've got the Underworld's Warbands. I've got all the different characters. The only one I don't have is I don't have Brock himself. Yeah, that'll. The next one looks really cool. Probably be like a year until it's in Australia. This one, Imperium, was like. Yeah, it's only UK at the moment. Australia and US sadly get them a little bit later. US is getting stuff even later than us at the moment in Australia. So if you're US based, I would be prepared to wait at least a year. Hey, Soy Sauce Hobbies, thank you very much for dropping in, saying hi. Glad you enjoyed the channel. Oh, damn. Nah, I'm sure you'll get the hang of it, man. It takes practice. Sculpting is not easy. I have done a little bit of sculpting in my time. I remember having to re-sculpt the legs of a Space Marine. You know, when I made an old chapter master, I had to re-sculpt all the middle part of the legs. Very Sandy, thank you for popping by. We'll see you again soon, hopefully. We're going for a few hours, probably. Yeah, I did the odd feather for like I did like Aztec inspired Space Marines. Put monthly, and yeah, I did a few feathers here and there and some scales and stuff like that. It was fun. Maybe one day I'll revisit my Jaguar Warriors. Yeah, I had to resculpt the entire middle of the Space Marine torso. That was enough of a challenge, let alone like actually sculpting the feathers and stuff like that. Because I wanted like him standing up on a rock. So back in those days, I got the like old Space Marine Devastator that was kneeling, got the kneeling knee, put that on the rock, and then cut another pair of legs in half. So one leg was standing off the rock, one leg was on it, and then had to resculpt the middle part. My last lot of sculpting, I used milliput. It was the last stuff I used, but done a few things here and there with milliput, but I haven't done a lot recently, so I'm not really all that knowledgeable. It was okay. I would say it's a little bit easier than green stuff, but I wouldn't say it made it massively easier. But it was cheaper than GW's green stuff. I have a feeling for feathers it might not be the right thing because it was very tacky. Oh, GW only shows liquid. Okay, did not know that. Ah, cool. I've moved a lot of my stuff over to Army Painter now. Can't say I'm using an awful lot of GW products, paint-wise, and like that sort of, I guess, hobby adjacent material. I'm using GW Paint too because I don't have the pots for ages. But generally, I go buy, like, if I buy replacements, I'm buying Army Painter or Vallejo now. I mean, it's not a bad idea. You know what has lots of feathers, if you get them from a kit? is the Free Guild kits. Like, there's lots of feathers that aren't even attached to the minis in there. You can go have a look at the sprues on the GW website, but yeah, the Free Guild kits have a ton of feathers. Maybe have a look at it. Go have a look at the Free Guild kits on GW's website. They do have a ton of feathers in their kits, and like even just the separate ones, or even the ones that are all sculpted on the helmets, are pretty easy to remove. Fair enough. Who knows? Maybe that new maybe there will be a new like bigger dino that'll give you even the feathers that are correct for you. There seems to be quite a bit of Seraphon coming. Yeah, I'm Carnosaur. I don't know because that is a relatively new kit. That is 8th edition Seraphon. So 8th edition fantasy kits are Temple Guard, pretty much all the resin characters except the Slan and the Old Blood on Carnosaur. So Temple Guard. Funnily enough, those Croxy was 8th edition as well. They're awful, but they're 8th. Razordons are 8th edition. But like plastic kits, the Carnosaur sort of sticks out as like the kit they might not replace because it is an 8th edition kit, and that Saurus sort of looks correct on it. I think if we're going to not see units touched, I don't think Temple Guard look bad. They look static. I think if those same Temple Guard models had open poses, they look great, but of course they don't look correct near the new ones. I'd like to see the Temple Guard, I think, a redo of them because they come in units of 5 now currently. I'd like to see them represent that unit of 5, right? Like put Temple Guard on 40mm bases and have them in units of 5. Like make them bigger, make them, not quite Croxigore size, but bigger than Saurus. I think would be really cool. Like make them look elite Saurus would be really, really cool. I think skinks probably won't get touched. I think skinks and Carnosaur are the two that I think probably don't get touched. I'm probably the Bastillodon won't either, or the Stegodon. I don't think any of those dinos are getting touched. I don't think the skink line is going to get touched as much as the Saurus line will. Because they've added a new skink unit, and the Pterodons are fine, and skinks are fine-ish, I guess. They could do with an update, but if they're going to update one side, you'd rather the Saurus, like we've seen. And the Stegodon, Carnosaur, and Bastillodon are all late edition releases for Fantasy. I don't see them getting updated. But then again, when they redid Necrons, they redid everything for Necrons except late edition releases. So except the Triumph Stalker, which was a late 6th or 7th edition release. Praetorians, they redid like everything they needed except destroyers, but they made the new types of destroyer instead of the old ones. It's the monolith and destroyers. That's the only things that didn't get updated for Necrons. Yeah, there is somewhat of a skink update, but I think they're like, you know what I mean. I don't think they're going to update the plastic skinks. I think if there's one kit that is fine, I guess, is those plastic skinks. Now, I do need a little bit of red because I miss Shogun here. No, I think that's your new chameleon skink unit. The chameleon, yeah, the Warcry Warband will replace chameleons. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Razordon just not get replaced and just disappear. Also, note they've renamed the Salamander. It's not called a Salamander, it's called the Spawn of Chotek. I've got gladiators somewhere here. No. No, I think salamanders are disappearing. I think the salamander and Razordons are disappearing and replaced by the spawn of Chotek. I think both are disappearing and replaced by that unit. I don't think when the Seraphon are released, there will be anything that's not plastic in their line at all. So it's either getting replaced with a new model or it's going the way of the Dodo. I don't think there's going to be any non-plastic. Like if they're making a release that big, there's not going to be anything non-plastic in that line. Yeah, all plastic is good. I just think there may be units that disappear from the Seraphon line. Yeah, I'm really excited for Seraphon as well. My little lad is really into dinos, so I'm going to be doing a Seraphon army painted whatever colors he wants. So doing a Seraphon army that's going to be painted in the colors a 4-year-old wants. So whatever he says goes, and I'm going to make it work. Soulblight need a few more kits probably updated. I would like to see like the Graveguard updated. Corpse Cart could use an update. I guess the Coven Throne could probably use an update as well. And for me, you know what kit really needs an update in that line? It is that Zombie Dragon kit. I hate the Zombie Dragon. Terrorgeist looks fine, but the fact that the Zombie Dragon is a dual kit with that, the Zombie Dragon looks so terrible. Hate the Zombie Dragon kit. Terrorgeist looks fine on its crawling. Don't like the Zombie Dragon with its like overly hunched look. Not a fan at all. Excited for OBR. They're one of the armies I do really like. I just have no want to play at the moment because they're so out of whack. Yeah, I've got my Sons of Elmon there on the painting list very soon. I'll be working on the Sons of Elmon. Looking forward to getting them done. Yeah, like updated Vordry. I just think it's such a not a good kit. And look, like the Terrorgeist is fine, but if you upgrade and make them both separate kits, I think you'll have a lot better looking Feck armies on the table. The Terrorgeist is fine, but it could be better. It's not some standout miniature or anything. Agreed. Like Feck has such cool lore, they just don't evoke it at all. Or at least they only evoke the one side of it. So my painting projects at the moment requires getting this done at least for Bot Wars, this lot, and then I can get the starter set battles happening for Bot Wars. And then I've got some Underworld stuff to get done. So I'll be getting the starter set for that done because I want to get Underworlds on the channel. And then I've got Conquest, obviously, the new new edition. And then I've got Dead Zone from Mantic. They sent me out, which looks really cool. And then I want to get a KO Force done. We've also got my brand new historical game, Hail Caesar, to do. Right, well, while that wash is drying, we might build some models. Give me a sec, I'll be back in a jiffy. Speaking of Warhammer Underworlds, while we wait for that wash to dry on them, we might just a little bit of building. Got the Sons of Elmorn to build here. I've already built the Nile Spirit Pack. They are somewhere. I know where I put them. I've already built the Nile Spirit Pack. Yeah, I mean, Warlord Games sent me out that box set, so I'm quite endowed to get that up and running and get their minis on the table. And so just while we wait for that stuff, we'll get the next project sort of underway. Throw us a link in Discord or something, man. You won't be able to post it in the chat. Hmm. Oh, a break in his neck there. That's not good. Yeah, so there you go. Get some basing material for this bottle of stuff as well. Just going to do like a granite sort of grassy basis for them. I've been enjoying just having like green grassy bases for stuff lately. Such a weird color to be carving into. It looks like you're like scraping plaster off a wall. No worries, we'll do. I'll probably check them a little bit after, but yeah, it'll be there. Okay. Who do I want to challenge my goals? I have no idea. Probably Romans. I'll probably just get some Romans. Cool. Might have to do a check then. Hail Caesar are multi-base. So it's normally like 3 or 4 models on like a square. So square minis, and then you've got like 3 or 4 minis sitting on it. Imagine Conquest, but with no slaughter bases. I mean, Conquest doesn't need. The only reason you need round bases for Conquest now is to play First Blood. So I'm certainly with Conquest going to be moving a bunch of models over to multi-bases, and then only having a few of them on the slaughter bases so I can play First Blood. All right, cool. Thank you very much. I will have a check out of it. Yeah, I'm interested. I know some people may be going to get a little bit antsy because I'll just show random armies versus random armies with Hail Caesar, but I will try and do some historical stuff on there as well, which will be fun. Maybe I'll work with. I've got a couple of channels I like to follow that are very like history based. Maybe I'll talk to them about helping me recreate some historical battles. Some of the film one are really cool. These are really cool minis. Demon Prince Ezreal. I'm currently building some Sons of Velmorn for Warhammer Underworlds, but I was painting some Bot Wars miniatures here from Traders Galaxy. So this is just while I'm waiting on a wash. I just put a wash down on them, so it'll wait a little bit before I can do some more painting. So just getting these guys ready. Some Warhammer Underworld stuff will be my next little project after finishing these Bot Wars minis. And you're getting Magnus painted. Nice. I do love the Magnus mini. I've got a big project over there similar to Magnus. I've got an Archaon that needs some paint on him. Yeah. What videos in particular have you been enjoying on the channel? Always love to hear what people have been enjoying and getting some use out of. Oh, nice. The Sigma guys. Awesome. I'm glad they've been helpful for you, man. Oh dear. And I just snapped his leg off. Why is this not working? Whoops. Oopsie doozy. Came off like right at the nicest point it could have, though. And what we'll do, we'll glue the foot down into the base, and then we'll attach it. Except now the foot's in the wrong spot. Need a bit of surgery in the part of the leg no one's ever going to see. There we go. Fixed. Bloody hell. Skeletons. I hate them. Oh, you found 2 Fate Swarm Battle Force boxes. Nice. That's a pretty good haul there. You're hoping Regiments of Renown would have been similar to Total War, where you can get a unit that was unique but for your own army. Yeah, look, I think at this point it is a little bit of a maybe these units aren't selling well, so let's put them in a box and sell them. That's fine by me. I don't really mind the whole like, and you know, some people get angry like, oh, these boxes were clearly not selling, so let's give them some new rules and put them in a box to sell. If it gets them on the table, I don't care. You know, if this is how they decide to get some life into a couple of units before a new book comes out for said unit, then I guess that's fine with me. But I would like, hopefully, like, you know what would be cool is if these things continue and we start to maybe see these same warbands that we've got here, but eventually they get their own minis, you know, they expand. I still stand by, I thought the coolest thing to do for Regiments of Renown would have been to use the Underworld's warbands. Update the rules for the Underworld's warbands, make them really cool and really unique and special, and make them Regiments of Renown. I thought that would be the coolest thing to do. It could be a con spine. It could be something else. In the end of the day, I don't play. I'm probably not like it is easy to mix stuff up. Gashaw is a new player to Middle Earth. You really like start collecting vids. I'm glad you enjoy them, man. I really enjoy Middle Earth. We've got some more stuff planned for Middle Earth in the future. Got an Osgiliath box to put together, and then we'll have like 4 armies we can start to sort of rotate around on the channel before we expand into some others. But there's been a massive call for like more Middle Earth stuff, which has been awesome. I've been really enjoying doing the Middle Earth content. But yeah, so we're really interested to sort of see what they do with Regiments Renown. Underworld's definitely a big thing for me. Like, I thought that would have been the one, you could really make some cool stories and then like push, because like these are Regiments of Renown already. Like, you read half the stories of the Underworld's warbands, they're badasses. You know. Because they've really hit the. Like, I think the latest Warcry warbands they've started to really hit well with. I think all of them, bar maybe Horns of Hashut, this season have been quite interesting. Oh. So I really think they've found like that way to make all these niche units really interesting. And so I hope and Damon Prince as well, you're hoping you plan on getting the Slaves to Darkness Zinch one. I'm going to grab the Slaves to Darkness one. I don't need the Zinch one because I already own the Endless Spell, so there's not really a lot of purpose there for getting that one for me. But Slaves to Darkness one I really want because it'd be fun for Warcry, like, even if I don't use it in my Slaves to Darkness army. I mean, let's face it, my Slaves to Darkness army is just Warcry models I own anyway. But yeah, so be interesting to see what they sort of do with the Regiments Renown. Really? It's going to be the second one that's going to have a broken ankle. I hate skeletons. Last one of these damn skeletons, and then we can go back to doing some work on the bot war stuff, depending what the time is. I may actually just finish these up for tonight before we head off. It's past midnight here now. And I have stuff to do tomorrow. Think there will be more than Princess Leia? I think there might be. Like, it'd be interesting. I think we'll sort of see how these go for sales wise, whether they'll do more box sets like it. We might see maybe more come out in like White Dwarf and stuff like that. Maybe not as box sets, but it might be something we see in White Dwarf. I'll check out the Victrix stuff online so I can have a nice proper look at them. It's getting really late. I had a big day tomorrow. Hey, that one didn't snap a tangle. Hey, that's the wife messaging saying she wants me to come inside. Anyway, so I will certainly be off. Wife wants me. But thank you everyone for coming and hanging out and chatting tonight. I need to go appease the wife. And I will be back. We'll be having regular streams, my time Australia. So around this time on Wednesday and Sunday nights going forward on a regular basis. I'm going to have a regular stream schedule put up. So I will catch you all then. Stay safe, everyone. Stay well. And most of all, keep fighting that war against